Before we kind of okay, so there's a couple things that can happen at the end of a scenario. Now we're on. I just finished scenario 4, which is actually connected to scenario 2 and 3 from opposite directions. Since I did 2, I don't do 3. Do 3, you don't do 2. So really, I've only done 4 scenarios. 0, which is kind of a learning scenario. 1, which is kind of the intro scenario, and then 2, which was linked to 4. So between 1 and 2, nothing really happens. There is an outpost event that occurs, but that's it. You don't do anything else really. You just get the cards, kind of set up, kind of learn what it's all about a little bit. This will be the first real scenario event that I get to do. So it's going to be something a little new. Plus, it's also the first time I get a level up. So I'll be going through those processes. So I'm going to turn on my chat and put it right in front of my face. So if anybody wants to come by and say hi, they can. Okay, so let's do this. So a couple things can happen at the end of a scenario. Now you can lose a scenario. Typically, my understanding is it doesn't necessarily mean you're done. There's 2 ways to look at a scenario. There's game over, restart the scenario. Kind of like that's your save point. The start of a scenario is your save point. You die, just kind of reboot there, and you go in and you redo that section again. The other option is that you can actually lose and pretend like it's part of the game. Yes. He says, okay, we tried to go check out these scouts. Things didn't go so well. We need to restock, revamp, redo whatever. But here's the problem. If the scenario is lost, the party chooses between the following options. Return to Frosthaven. Characters gain the resources from their loot cards, and all experience, gold, and treasure gained during the scenario is kept. The outpost phase occurs. The party can then attempt any available scenario, including the scenario they just lost, and they resolve a road event if necessary. So there you go. So you could actually take everything that you had in that battle and return to Frosthaven. So you could kind of get stronger, right? So you go in, you beat up a few monsters, get some loot, and you go back and prep and go back out to the world and try it again. Here's my problem with that theory. It's like if you're amidst a bunch of monsters and they kick the snot out of you, kill you, knock you out, and you're in their cave, what are they gonna do? Just like take you back to Frosthaven? How do you return to Frosthaven? I could imagine if like, oh, this ain't going well, let's retreat, and you run away from the scenario. I think if you're going to retry the scenario and the reward conditions are the same, like say your character dies. If the scenario you have to win by way of the scenario, by way of a character not dying or something like that, you can't have them die. So you get all the way through it, you're alive, you finished, but you lost because somebody died or something happened that shouldn't have happened. That I can get behind going back to Frosthaven, but that in that scenario, I think you'd have to say you lost the scenario. You can't go back. That person died. What are you going to do? They're not going to be there for you next time. They're not going to be waiting for you to come back and rescue them. They're dead. So that kind of seems weird. So I think if you lose, I think for me, if I died, I'm dead. I have to redo the scenario outright. No other options. You can go back to the outpost, but you don't get your stuff. You're dead. You don't get nothing. So you have to either restart it and just pretend like it never happened. If you go back to, if you survive, like you killed everything, but something else went wrong, then I think you could choose to go back to Frosthaven. Like say, for example, maybe you were supposed to destroy something and you ran out of time. You couldn't do it. You know, like a timed event or something like that. You got to go back and try again. I can kind of see that. But for me, I'd rather just replay it and kind of push forward from there. I don't know. So, replay the scenario. Characters do not gain the resources from their loot cards, but all experience, gold, and treasure gained during the scenario is kept. So, you still get... You don't get the loot cards if you replay the scenario, but it says here, but all the experience, gold, and treasure gained during the scenario is kept. The outpost phase does not occur. The party must then attempt a scenario again, but they do not resolve a road event. Again, that feels cheesy. Oh, I failed. I got to keep all this stuff. I mean, you got to keep the gold, the treasure, and the experience. You died. Why? You just take everything and respawn back to a different location. Normally, like even in video games, if you die, you drop stuff. Yeah, you get to keep the experience, I suppose. You kill a bunch of stuff, but it kind of depends on where you're thinking. You don't normally get a. Your stuff is there. I don't know. It's weird. Because you're not really losing anything. The only thing you don't get are the resources. It's just weird. Okay. Completing a scenario. The scenario is completed if the party finds looted resources. Each character gains resources. We did that. I already did that. Battle goals. We did that or didn't do that. I haven't completed any of the masteries yet. Scenario conclusion. I did that. Scenario 1. I did that. Inspiration. Okay, so we are supposed to get 1 inspiration. Man, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. We're supposed to get 1 inspiration and 1, was it 1, I think it's 1 prosperity. Oh no, morale and prosperity go up. Correct. I gotta go verify. Read the ending of this thing. It tells you what you get. 70. Where'd it go? oh, this it? Oh, finish the Algox Mount and you head back to Frosthaven. Okay, so we get one morale and 1 prosperity. So we'll do that. So our morale is up to 5 or up to 4. And our prosperity is up to 1. Yay! Up to what? Not even 1. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, but you have to get 5 prosperity to get to 2. So you're at 1, I guess. But and we're also supposed to add 156.1 to the calendar in 4 weeks. In 4 weeks. 1, 2, 3. 4. 156.1. Okay. Okay, so we got saying my connection ain't great. I don't know why. Okay, so we got that. We haven't given any of our supplies to Frosthaven yet. I mean, it's kind of like I'll give it to them when they need it. I might want to craft some stuff. These guys are like all about the bling, you know. Oh, and These guys got a little bit of gold this last time, but it was supposed to be times 2'd again. I think it was only, I think Royce was the only one that got gold. He got 3. So, and I only gave him 3 because I forgot to times 2 it. I'm not sure the best way to keep track of gold, to be honest, because just writing it down constantly just seems messy. All right. Let's go on. Let's keep moving. All right, so scenario 0 and 1 don't matter. Let's go see what's next. Campaign overview, scenario flowchart, building deck, character sheets, campaign sheet. All right. Map board, scenario stickers, building stickers, other stickers, scenario flowchart. So you put these stickers on the flowchart that kind of keep things moving along. I haven't been putting any stickers on yet. I haven't committed to the stickers. So it could be a problem if there's something important I miss. All right, the building deck contains a card for every interactable building that currently exists in Frosthaven. This kind of just describes it all. It's not telling you what to do. Campaign sheet, all the stuff that's on the campaign sheet, prosperity track, total defense value, resources, town guard deck. At the start of the campaign, the town guard deck is 20. As the town guard gains perk marks and the party gains various other bonuses during the campaign, cards will be added to and removed from the town guard deck. Item supplies, Gloomhaven items, upgrading buildings, crafting and selling. Okay, so we got more. All right, here's the outpost phase. We're in the outpost. Okay, at the start of the outpost phase, time passes. Mark the next unmarked box on the calendar to signify their week has passed. Okay. Do that. You will occasionally be instructed to add section numbers to future weeks in the calendar. Count the indicated number of weeks past the last marked box. Then write the section number in that box. When you mark a box that contains a section number, immediately when you immediately read the indicated section from the section book. If there are multiple section numbers, read those sections one at a time in any order. In some events and scenarios, time can pass outside of the phase. When a set of 10 boxes on the calendar has been filled, a change of season occurs. So we're going to move all the way up to the line, and then it's going to be winter. The party must return to Frosthaven and perform an outpost phase. It's interesting because all this thing goes on, and it's like 4 years. 4 years. Summer, winter, summer, winter, summer, winter, summer, winter. And it's only... And each one of these is a week. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a year is 20 weeks. So you're going to go through multiple characters, retirement and quitting, all in 20 weeks. So 4 months. The equivalent of 4 months of... well, no, it's... Okay, so that's not true. It's... A year is 20 weeks. So it's actually in 4 years though, you're going to have multiple characters, you know, some retire and die and some get picked up. I don't know how many, probably 2 or 3. I don't know. Maybe 4. Can't be too many. I mean, you're not going to go through all the characters. You can pick characters that, you know, other first level characters or, you know, higher, but they're all going to get leveled up based on where you're at in the game. But it's only 4 years, 20 weeks each. So each year is only 4 months long. It's about the summers 2 and the winters 2. It's a very... People age out fast. They must come in and then they're like, okay, I'm good. I'm ready to move on. They don't want to do that no more. Kind of loses... The adventuring loses its spark for some of these people. So we did Passage of Time. Now we're going to do the Outpost event. After the Passage of Time step, unless you were instructed not to resolve an Outpost event this week, draw the top card of the active Outpost event deck and resolve it. Okay, let's do it. Active Summer Outpost event. Do the top card. Don't know which one's top. Oh, these are roads. That's the wrong one. Put the road in the outpost, and I probably put the outpost in the road, right? Yep. Thing is, that don't fit. Inactive summer road events. Inactive summer outpost events. Okay, so I think that probably goes there. Okay, so we have these little sorters. Apparently I don't have this turned right or something, because these don't fit. Active winter outpost events. It's probably not right either. There's less road and some and event and these other events. So I'm thinking what it is the active winter events go like right here. Nope. I don't think this thing's made for these. It doesn't fit. It's too crowded in there, man. Gosh darn gurgly murgly. There's a... Hey, look. Hey, Nindroid. Yep, got the Snowflake class. That's after beating up Snow Dancer, or saving Snow Dancer and beating up on the other guy. So yeah, we got the Snowflake guy. I'm guessing, obviously, if you help the others, you get the other dude. But I'm just barely doing the Outpost event, but I was noticing that I must have put the pieces away wrong because they don't fit. So I tried to figure out what I did wrong. No, I have to do the. I'm about to do the Outpost event, and I just noticed that my cards were being wonky, so I wanted to fix that. So yeah, I gotta go. Okay, so the Outpost event G goes in the back. All right, so. Shuffle. Okay, so it is only 20 cards. Okay, so we got the 20 cards. These are the road. Oops. These are the winter outpost events. See, they've got this big old thing here, and these are the active ones. Winter outpost events, summer outpost events, and then so the active ones are on the back. Oh, I see what they're doing. They got them all the way. No, it doesn't fit, man. I don't know what they're talking about. There's way too many outpost events to fit in there. They don't. There's no way these all fit. These are the inactive outpost events, and or winter outpost events, and then I got the active ones, which are right here. Unless they're separating. Oh, you know what they're probably doing? No, there's only 4. What the heck? It just doesn't make sense. GH. Shuffle cards of each deck, GHIJ, and place them on the active side of the corresponding divider with the rest on the inactive side. Separate the additional modifier. Okay. So this is how this is supposed to be for the winter, but it don't fit. I mean, I guess it kind of fits, but that's really tight. And I haven't even gotten to the summer ones, which are even more. I mean, what the heck? Well, maybe that's my problem. These are road. Okay, go away, road. Okay, so these are the winter outpost, summer outpost. Alright, so let's do that. Active winter, inactive winter. Okay. Alright, that fits better. Alright. I think I got this now. So we got active, and inactive. And then I'll grab my card as soon as I... There you go. There you go. I think I've got this. Now they're fitting. And then we got Winter Road events, active and inactive. And then summer. Okay. Alright. Active and inactive. Now, let's see what my Outpost event is. Alright. This is actually the second Outpost event. There was an Outpost event in the first one. At least from my understanding. So here we go. A pretentious-looking visitor scolds Captain Olmsted's, shouting for all to hear in the barracks yard. Shameful! Just shameful! Is this how you greet an emissary from the White Oak? It's a wonder you survived this long at all. The condition of this camp... Outpost, sir, Captain Olmsted interrupts. The visitor looks flustered, then spots your ragtag group. And look at these miserable guards! They aren't even wearing standard issue armor. And this is where I get a reply, I guess. No. Excuse me? We're not guards. We're mercenaries. Says Royce. I went with Royce. Royce says it. Royce interrupts. Royce ain't gonna just stand for that. It's not his way. Adrian probably would have stood back, but I let Royce interrupt. You don't like that nonsense. Okay, so what did I do? I chose that one. Okay. The emissary is shocked. What? This outpost is so understaffed you're forced to supplement the guard with mercenaries? This simply will not do. I'll include it in my report and see to it supplies arrive promptly. Captain Olsted breathes a sigh of relief. The emissary turns to you and presses a bag of coins into your hand. Thank you for your service. We do appreciate those taking care of our assets, freelancers included. Gain 15 gold. Well, okay. I guess we gain 15 gold. So I'm going to give, since Royce interrupted, Royce will pocket, Royce is the kind of guy that would pocket at least 8. And then we'll give 7 to Adrian. There we go. So we got some gold. All right. Cool. Could always use gold. So I'm not sure what to do with that. What do you do with the card after you've done it? Draw some outpost events. Calendar shows winner. Draw a winner. Outpost events resolve exactly like road events. See page 12. I think it leaves the game, but I'm a little concerned about leaving the game because, like I said, there is a tiny chance that we. I'll put it in the inactives for now, because the actives, it's going to tell me which ones to put in, and it's just never going to tell me to put that one back. So I'll just put that one in, because it's never going to have me pick ones I've already done before. So, all right, that's not an attack event. Luckily, some guy just gave me some gold, so we're good with that. So we don't have to worry about the attack event. Luckily, no defense check. I don't think we have damaged buildings, even though there was an attack on the city recently. They never mentioned that there was any damage to anything, so I'm not going to... I don't think there's any event. So next we have building operations. So after go to building operations. After the outpost event step, resolve the effects of all buildings. Go through the building deck in sequential order, one card at a time. For each building, resolve any normal or rect effect, which appears at the top of its star icon. All right, so we always do this piece. So I don't think I need that anymore, but I think it's down here. These are my active buildings in order. Okay. So no effect, no effect. Collectively train up to 1 soldier for 3 gold and 1 material resource. Well, we're going to do that. We want the soldiers to be upgraded. So what is it? 1 material resource. Who's got the most resources in my group? Well, Royce has the most gold. I think Royce will fit the bill? No, fit the bill? Pick up the bill for this one. So we got to take, how much? 3 gold? 3 gold and 1 material resource. So we'll say instead of 8, now he's down to 5. He looks at Adrian and goes, I got this. I'll pay for this since I took a little extra gold. And Adrian's like, you did what? I mean, yeah, I have a little extra gold. so Adrian's actually got more resources. So let's pitch in an iron. Because we got to pay 1 resource for the gold. Okay, so we got that. We've now got 2 soldiers. Level 1 soldiers. Alright, so when the party gains resolve any of the normal... That's it. Those buildings don't do anything else. When the party gains or loses gold or resources due to these effects, they can be added or taken from the Frosthaven supply or the character's personal supplies in any combination. If a loss cannot be resolved fully, the party loses as much as possible, but there's no other penalty. However, some buildings have optional effects, which benefits can only be gained if the associate cost is paid. Because the building operations step occurs immediately after the outpost step, any building that was wrecked during the outpost event will have its wrecked event resolved once before the party even has the opportunity to rebuild it. So we don't have any of that. Okay, after the building operation step, characters may perform downtime steps in any order they would like. All right, this is the good stuff. This is where I get a level up. If a character experience total is equal to or greater, it is. Both my guys are at the level up phase. So when a character levels up, they must do the following. Add ability card. Add 1 new ability card to their pool. The card they choose must match their class and must be a level equal to or lower than their new level. For example, when a character reaches level 2, they can add 1 of their 2 level 2 ability cards. Then, when they reach level 3, they can add 1 of their 2 level 3 ability cards or their level 2 ability card. This does not increase their maximum hand size. It simply increases the pool of cards available to them at the start of a scenario. Oh, I thought you got... Man, that's sad. So, whereas you have 13 cards in your starting pool, you actually have... There's 2 cards you get at each level. 2, 3, 4, 5, and on. But you only add 1 of them to the pool. Now, I thought I was getting lucky. I was going to be able to add both. So there's 2 cards I have to choose from for Royce and Adrian. So I got to put one of these back in the not available cards list. So that's fan-dang-tabulous. Okay, let's see what we got. Systems reboot. 4 health on himself. That's actually pretty good because he's susceptible to injury. But one of your... Oh, wait. Is that recover one of your lost cards? It is. I mean, you lose this, but it really just exchanges it out. So it's a one-time heal, but you don't lose a card for it. You actually you recover it. That's nice. Okay, so the bottom part of this one is, this action may be performed. This is the card I'm looking at right now. I don't know if you can read that because this camera is really bad at focusing. This is what it is. But this is the one I'm looking at. This is Systems Reboot. The bottom half, this action may be performed while you have stun. Huh. Remove all negative conditions you have. And it gives you movement when you're fast, extra movement when you're fast, and normal movement otherwise. You can use some speed, extra speed, trigger the fast effects instead of the slow effects of your other actions this turn. Oh, when you're slow. Oh, interesting. So you can do this as slow and use a speed token and make this one fast. That's kind of cool. So it erases all your negative effects. If you're going fast, you get extra speed. And of course, you'll get your fast effects on the other one. The other card is 4 fast effects, no slow effects. It's got Reckless Augmentation. You get 2 damage, piercing, and 3 more damage. You're going to get 5 damage if you're going fast. And then you're going slow, you get 1 damage to yourself and an experience. That's awesome. I don't know if I like the damaging myself bit. Never been a fan of that. It is 5 damage. Gotta say, that's pretty good. And it's a 10. That's really fast. Bottom half is 3 movement. And you also get to damage yourself for 1. And get experience. And you get ward on yourself for later. I mean, they're both kind of good. I mean, that does a lot of damage. But I don't like damaging myself. Doesn't really boon a lot. I mean, you're taking a damage. You'll get a reduced damage. 5 damage is good, but there's no movement in it naturally. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the systems reboot, the healing one. I think the potential for that one is higher. So, all right, Reckless Augmentation goes back into the pool of cards I cannot use. Now this is just increasing my pool. It doesn't actually benefit my deck any. But I mean it does. I mean in that I can put it in my deck, but I'm just saying I don't actually get a change hand size. So. Okay. So these are the cards I can use in my next deck build or my next scenario. Okay, so let's do Adrian. All right, Adrian. You too cannot. Oh, I already took those cards out, but same thing. I added the 2 cards to the pool, but apparently I only get 1. So hopefully these are decent. All right, so he's got Pinning Charge. Another one with range. I like that. That's a good one. And it's 2 damage versus he's got a well, that's 2 damage with range. This one's 2 damage with range with advantage. And a javelin, 3 damage at range. Okay, so let's see if how this one's better compared to the ones we already have as options. It's 2 damage at range. If he can use wind, he gets to add 1 to his range, get some experience, and pin the guy. Add +1 damage for each ally adjacent to the target. Now that I like. The other one I had is you had to be adjacent to you, but adjacent to the target. That's pretty good. Now, the only disadvantage, of course, is I only have 1 me. Well, I guess I could have summons out there, but that's not bad. It'll give me. And then I also I like this one. Grant 3 allies within a range of 4 2 movement. 4. That range distance is great, so that'll help me move my banners. So far I'm liking that one. All right, so Meat Grinder. So this one's kind of cool. This is like when you've got 2 enemies in between you and your buddy and your ally. It's 4 damage on 2 guys. That's a big hit. A big hit, but you got to have both your guys in place. So you kind of want this to do this. The bottom half is movement for yourself. One healing for somebody within a range of 1. So basically someone who's adjacent to you. And regen. See, Royce is oftentimes not adjacent to Adrian. I mean, Adrian can't move as fast as Royce, and Royce is all over the board sometimes, so he's oftentimes pretty far away. So we have to really work our teamwork to make sure that Royce is in reach. And so oftentimes Adrian has to give Royce movement to come back and get in position so that he can do something with him. So that said, I'm not sure I like Meat Grinder because it's another 4 hit on possibly 2 guys. and it wounds the opposition. Those are very good damage doers, but it's also range. And when Adrian's trying to drag his summons along with him, he's oftentimes finds himself unable to be close up on guys. He doesn't always get those close up punches without movement. And sure, the card can be 3. I have 2 cards that move 4 already in my deck, or at least I usually play them because it gives me maximum movement. One of the things I did look at, I may have to look at getting some of those winged shoes. So I don't know. I think they allow you to move over terrain. I think they're flying shoes, but they were. See, okay, so I'm not a big fan of being told what to do in my game, my characters. I don't like the book saying you should do this or you should do that. I'm like, nah. There ain't nobody out there telling me how to learn my life. I'm gonna learn my life my way. So I bought what I wanted to buy. I didn't even look at the link. But I was reading through the other day, and I was going through, kind of learning some rules. And it's the problem with learning my way is it'd be better if I had played the game before, like maybe Gloomhaven, and then I have an idea what guys can do, and I'm up for it maybe, because I don't know what banner spears do, so it probably wouldn't have mattered anyway. But it's kind of like learning your skills. It's like, you know what, I'm gonna be this hammer guy, and I start learning all these abilities, and I'm like, I should probably find a way to move better. So it makes more sense even that I go buy those shoes now, because now I'm like, now I know I need some movement, and the best way to do that is to go buy some. So as much as I struggle with these top actions, I'm going to take the pinning charge. I like this. It can pin him. It can do it at range. And if Royce is out there next to the guy, I can give him some extra damage. That's going to be a better assist for me and my partner, this particular partner especially. So we'll send this one back to the pool of the future. I mean, it's okay. I don't know necessarily that I'm, overwhelmed by in excitement by how good those are. But they are only level 2. What do I expect? I mean, they are better. I think, that one does more damage than like my inspired charge or whatever. But so what are you up to tonight, Nindroid? What's your day like? Okay, so I've got my decks prepped. I've got my guys a little leveled up for next time. Not done though. There's more to it. Okay. If a character level is lower than half the current prosperity level, no. If a character level is lower than half the current prosperity level, they are not. They may level up during downtime step without meeting the experience. Leveling up can only be done during the Outpost phase. Characters cannot level up during a scenario or even between scenarios if the party does not return to Frosthaven for an Outpost phase. When a character levels up, they must do the following. Add ability card, done. Increase hit points, well, we'll do that when we go next time. I mean, we are now level 2. So Royce is what, up to 9? It's not very high. Yeah, he's up to 9, but he'll be double digits next time. And then Adrian goes from 10 to 12, so that's something. Of course, all the people I fight are going to get tougher now, because it's going to be my average character level is 2 plus 1 is 3, and then you divide by the number of characters. 2 rounded. Let's see. 2 plus 1 is 3 divided by 2 is 1/2 2. So all my scenarios now are level 2. So they're going to keep up with me. Yay. That's not sure if that's great. The number printed in red below indicates the new maximum hit point value. Gain perk mark. Gain 1 new perk mark The new perk mark is applied to the list on the right side of their character sheet by marking one corresponding box. Additional rules for gaining perks are outlined below. So, perks allow characters to fine-tune their attack modifier. So, okay, they're worth a perk equals 3 perk check marks. Okay, so I get a perk mark. I get an X. So, hey, Adrian's gonna get for the first time. Man, Royce is gonna have 3 of those already. He's already got 2 just from check marks. He's been doing good with the battle goals. Adrian, not so much. I'm not even sure how he got the one he got. In fact, I think he got the one from completing one of the scenarios. Yeah, so we get a perk mark. Excellent. Royce and Adrian. All right, Royce, I can replace a -1 with a +1, which is a 2-point swing. Removes a negative, so it means you're going to be at least positive on another card. And I've already removed the -2. So that's nice. But I really do like the idea of starting to get some of these multi cards. These cards, what do you call it? The rolling cards. Replacing a card with the 0 card with... Replace one 0 card with 1. Place this card in your active area on this next... Oh, does some damage. But you lose the card. It's a one-time shot. You get it. It goes... It's just there for an extra 2 damage, which could be very, very good. But it ain't going to stick around. Now, replacing -1s with +2s. I can do that with 2 guys. Replace one -1 card with 1 0 wound. I think that might actually be a really good one. Because I still get rid of a -1. It's not a plus, but adding a wound could potentially be better than adding a 1. Because it could actually do damage over time. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so Royce is going to get to replace one -1 card with one 0 that wounds him. Oh, there's a card that gives speed. How does that one happen? Oh, add 1. Oh, adds a -1. Eek. I don't like -1s. I'm gonna go with the 0 wound. But gaining speed is good, but losing damage is not good. So this still gets a negative out, which Royce was hitting the negatives like crazy. And see, this one's like a 0, and you give them a wound, so you're actually adding another way to damage them. So that's better. So we'll do that. So Royce is gaining a little bit more power in his... I haven't even seen Adrian's, because Adrian hasn't had a chance to... -1, replace... Just make sure I do this. Replace one -1 with this one. Okay, so we got to mark it off. And put it in the deck. Royce is getting a little tougher. All right, so I don't even... I'm hoping I can get something that works with Adrian. Get Adrian on the mend here. This is going to have to go in the... I'm not exactly sure where to put this. So, okay. Oh, I see what the problem is. All right. I'll do that. All right. All right. So we've got Royce. Royce has got his new perk. Oh, these are his items. See what I'm going here. Gotta keep my cards separate. The ones I'm using versus the ones... Alright, Royce, Adrian, what can we do for you, my friend? Let's get you leveled up. Let's see, she has replace one -1 card with a shield. One shield card, and it's a rolling card. I do like that. So she gets increase that shielding capability of hers. It's a rolling card. How does that work? Is it like a one-time temporary shield? It must be, right? Because it doesn't stick. It can't stick around. It'd be nice if it was like a perma thing, but probably not. It's just a shield for... How does that work? If you gain a shield during an augment action, I'd imagine it... When does it go away? At the end of the turn? So probably just for the end of the turn. So if you're going fast, you'll have a shield for that round, and then when it shuffles, you know, it goes away at the end of that turn. But still, it's pretty good. Replace one 0 card with one +1. Add a damage for each ally adjacent to the target. Oh, so you could get stronger based on how many allies you have around. So that could be good if you can get your... Problem is, you know, banners and all that crap move so slow. It's hard to surround guys. You know, it's like if you're moving along in a pretty far area, you're trying to keep everybody moving, and you're all moving 2 and 3, or they move 2 and 3, and you move 4, and they move 2 and 3. It's really not easy keeping banners close, at least not yet. Add 2/1. Disarm cards. Ooh. No, add 1 +1 disarm card. Add 1 +2 push card. Add 2 +1 rolling cards. And add 2 +1 healing to self rolling cards. And ignore item negative effects and remove one -1 card. And remove one -1 card. Huh. I don't have any items with negative effects, but I'm sure I probably will. It's probably a thing. At the end of each of your long rests, grant one ally within a range of 3 2 movement. Ooh. That's a long rest. I don't do that very often. Once or twice. I mean, it depends on how often you're hurt, I guess, but 1 or 2. But it could be good. Whenever you open a door with a move ability, add +3 movement. Oh, now that could be good. You can go through a door and then rush somebody. And for a guy who doesn't move very well, that's pretty good. Once each scenario during your turn, gain 2 shield for the round. Once during your turn, gain 2 shield for the round. Huh. It takes 2 check marks or 2 things to do that. And it's only 1 time. I mean, it could be good, but it's still only 1 time. So he doesn't have a lot of ways to get negatives out of his deck like Royce does. The best one is ignore negative or -1 effect. There is adding one, which reduces the odds of you getting the negatives, but it doesn't actually take them out of the deck. So they are still there to mess you up. Replace a 0 card with 1. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. Replace the 0 one. Replace one 0 card with a +1. Add +1 damage for each ally adjacent to the target. So if you can be happening to be close with some allies, that could be good. Now the disarm one is kind of nice, but that would be like a surprise joy, huh? You'd be like, woohoo, disarmed! Didn't expect that. That could come in handy. But you never know when that's going to happen. What's your luck? Of course, you never know when any of these are going to happen, right? But by taking out a 0, that actually increases my chance of doing +1 just in general. So So I want to take out a +1, add 1 damage for each ally adjacent to the target. So it's kind of like one of those things in the back of your mind. You're always trying to get 1 or 2 allies at least close. And if they're all there, what's nice is it can be at range, right? If your allies are all up there pounding on something. Of course, how often do you have your allies? In this, my group doesn't have that very often. Because I only have 2 guys. I don't have a lot of allies. Alright, so take out a 0 and put in a +1, add 1 damage. Okay. Alright, there you go. Adrian has now upgraded his deck slightly, or her deck, sorry. Adrian. Take those negatives out whenever possible. It's way better than, because you need to do as much damage as possible. Typically, you don't want. I wish I can get rid of nulls. That's what I wish. Nulls are sucky poo poo. Yeah, it's an official term, you know. Alrighty, that's that. Alright, what do I got left? What's left on the docket? I think that's almost it for leveling up. Gain a perk mark, done. Perks allow you to do all this stuff. The ignore item -1 effects. Perk only applies to -1 attack modifier cards noted in the lower left corner of some items. Perk marks can be gained in 4 ways: leveling up, gaining check marks, creating characters, achieving masteries. Oh, you can actually take check marks away from people. Retire. I don't have to retire a character. What else is next? Level up, retire a character, create a character, craft items. Craft items. Alright. Non-potion items can be crafted by interacting with non-potion items can be crafted by interacting with craftsman building. Characters craft an item by spending the required resources. Okay, so here's the thing. Royce actually got and I don't know that I did this last time. Royce actually got some items, one of which was a blueprint. So I did it wrong. That was one of the things I learned. Blueprints are not items. And yeah, that was my mistake. Blueprints are not usable when you get them. They just go into the... They'll just be one of those things you can build up. You can build. Now if you get an item, well, that you can use right away. But restful slippers, which I was using. Oh yeah, and the other thing I did wrong, all shown on my little chart there. The other thing I did wrong is you cannot have... I was only supposed to be having 1 item for Royce. I had 2. I was using my dagger and my armor. I figured since I could afford it, I could do it. Fact is, I could not. I'm only allowed 2 items, or 1 item at level 1, 2 items at level 2. It's basically half your level rounded down. No, half your level rounded... No, maybe it's half your level rounded up. Yeah, it's half your level rounded up. So you go, if you're level 1, it'd be half 1, you go up, so you get 1 item. At level 2, it's 1. No, wait a minute. How did I do that right? It's half your level rounded. I just read it, but now I'm confused. Does that mean I only get 1 item at level 2? No, maybe it's not half. Maybe it's just whatever your level is. Let's make sure I got this right. Let's see. Half character level rounded up. Oh my gosh. So I only get 1 at level 2 also? Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, I didn't know that. I was expecting to be able to use 2 items at level 2. Well, that's a big turd bucket. item cards, character required. Item cards the following blah blah. Item limits. All items the character brings in a scenario are placed on the character can use any item as long as they bring the limited number of items in each character. A character can own more items than they bring into a scenario, but they cannot own more than one copy of any single item. All items that a character owns kept into different characters cannot be the same copy. Items cannot be transferred or traded between characters. All items a character brings in a scenario are placed below their character mat and can be used as specified. A count that indicates how many copies of the item exist, indicate number. All items specified by the thing. A character can use any items. Item cards, item, the name of the item. Usage, item usage. Someone's going to have the item, someone's going to be used, someone could replace the items. Dang it. I believe the rule is for small items specifically. What's the difference between small items and regular items? I mean, how do you know if it's a small item? Hey Ivan, thanks for chiming in there. I know it. I saw this. Should have wrote down the page on that one. I was just reading this stuff yesterday. I read it specifically said lost actions, resting, monster stat cards. Alright, let's go look at the item. Oh, I know where it was. I think it was right here. Nope. Plus cursed monsters. Small items have a bag icon. Items like potions and such. Oh. Is that what that is? Alright. I don't remember that saying that. 35, 36. I think that's where I was. Some items can be used multiple times. Some recovery abilities, items. Card name, level, actions, basic actions, enhancements. All items a character brings into a scenario are placed below their character mat and can be used as specified by the items themselves. The character can use any item as long as it is in their possession. However, characters can only bring a limited number of items into a scenario. Each character can bring one helmet, armor, shoes, 2 fists, or 1 double fist, and a number of, oh, there it is, you're right, and a number of bag items up to half their level rounded up. Found it. You're right. Oh, cool. So I wasn't doing it wrong. That's a key element there. Actually, that means Royce is in pretty good shape. Okay, so nice. Adrian, on the other hand, needs to get some junk. Very cool. All right, so that's another rule correction. I'll have to adjust my rule correction there. I mean, just things that I have been off on, and I want to keep that correction going up. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and move this. This was a blueprint, and I was treating it like an item that said I could use it right away, that you can use right away within a scenario. You cannot, because you don't actually get the item with a blueprint. With a blueprint, that goes into your craftable items list. And the available purchase, available crafted items. It's right here. So that goes in here. Now I need to add to the available crafted list the rest of those, because I did not I didn't add them all in. They're supposed to all go into the list. I think there were 2 of them. It's actually kind of a cool weapon, or a cool. These slippers are nice because they allow you to have a little control over your rest. When you do the rest and you have to lose one of your discards at random, um, what this actually does is let you take 3 of those discards randomly and then pick one that you want to put in that you're going to want to discard. So you take away some of that element of unlucky. So it is kind of cool. Wait a minute. That's an item. It's not the blueprint. This was a blueprint, but this is unavailable. Why is this item out here? This item. Okay. Craftable. Oh, where's the blueprints at? I thought they were. Oh, maybe that's what it's supposed to do. Maybe that's right. This is a blueprint, and then I take the craftable items and put them in there as craftable now. Once you have the blueprint, but the blueprint you can't use. That's probably what it was. Purchasable. Where are the? Where did I put those? Yeah, these are the blueprints. Oh, that's probably why there's only like 1. Yeah, okay. So the blueprints add the craftables. I get it. So I gotta put that back. So it does. It adds all the. It adds all of the items to your. So restful slippers are now something I can craft because I now have a blueprint for them, and they are cool. Maybe I do want to get that for Royce. I'll have to go see how much. It doesn't cost that much to actually make them. I don't know if I have that particular. It's interesting. Your characters cannot share stuff. That's kind of weird. It's like, hey, I got some. Whatever that pointy weed is that you want. Would you like it? You're like, yeah, like. And then the game jumps in there. Oh, no. You're not doing that. Dang, I just dug this out. Now I gotta go find it again. Where did I put it? Be careful not to mix it with my other things here. There it is, restful slippers. I guess there's only 1. How many? Well, I guess you put the blueprint in there too, because there's 1 of 2 and 2 of 2. Okay. So you must put the blueprint in as well. So, interesting. Okay. There's a lot of items you can get, but I don't have right now. So those are now craftable. And the other item I got was a Horn of Command, which I probably should dig that one out too. Which was 1 of 2. This one he actually gets, it's his. But all others, I guess, become available in the shop. If I read that right. Horn of Command. Horn of Command. Horn of Command. Oh. You know, I was playing the Restful Slippers wrong, though. I was doing it after every short rest. You don't get it back. You don't get it back until you do a long rest. So you can only do that once. New rule correction for next time. See, my rule corrections are all on there. Are all messing up, man. So I'm getting through these every now and then. I find a new way to cheat. Not intentionally, I promise. I'm not trying to cheat. I don't know, man. It's too much. There's too many things. Gotta read all the bits and look at all the spots and arg. Oh boy. So many things. So little time. Alright, so I gotta remember that. I gotta add that the restful slippers, you don't get them back until you rest. But the thing is, all of these cards are like that. I should have known. I mean, duh. Should have been obvious to me. It was not. More potions. I don't know where that the other restful slipper is. Dancing slippers. I don't know where the other restful slippers are. Maybe they're not... oh, they're supposed to be purchasable, not blueprints. Dang it, I'm looking at the wrong pile. Unavailable purchased items. Wait, available. No, unavailable purchased items. It's probably in here. Nope. These are actually... I don't get it. These are purple, like the blueprints. Why have purchased items? Oh well. I don't know where the other Horn of Command is. I thought that became available, but I don't know where it is. So these are my... oh, huh. I already put it in there. Alright, so yeah. Available crafted items. Oh, this is Adrian's deck. I gotta give Adrian his deck back. Oh, that's because this is Royce's deck, sorry, and the items he has. Alright, so we did that. We put our character items back in the deck. Now let's go finish up this Outpost phase and call it a night. Gotta go back to work tomorrow. My vacation's over, man. It's all over. Bummer. Bummer on the vacation. Alright, so perks done, leveling up done, check marks done, retire a character not happening, create character not happening, craft items. Can we craft the right interacting with the craftsman building? Craftsman building is right here. To level, oh, craft items. Brew potions, sell items, construction, upgrade. Okay, so I can't upgrade it until after. So craft items, I guess it's anything that's available. So these are my available craftable items. During your attack ability, gain advantage on one attack. Crude helmet. When you are attacked, treat any ×2 attack modifier card the enemy draws as a +1 instead. Oh, that is huge. That is huge. That is so huge. Such a big difference between +2 or ×2 and +1. I'm almost gonna buy one of those for both characters, but I won't get ahead of myself. Because they're only iron, they can afford an iron. They should all be fully equipped if they can afford it. I should have bought some of this stuff after the first round, because I did have some of this stuff. And at the start of the scenario, increase your maximum hit point value by 1. Oh, Royce should have that. But that's a chest item. He'd have to give up his plate or his armor. On the next 2 attacks targeting you, the attacker gains disadvantage. That's kind of cool, but it does give you a negative 1. I don't know what that is, a negative 1 modifier. A negative 1 thing in your card, or in your deck, I guess. Crude boots. During your move ability, add +1 movement. Ooh, that could be helpful for Royce. Or for Adrian. During your end of turn looting, loot an adjacent hex instead of the hex you occupy. That is so good. Flexible slippers. Yeah, it's like when you kill a guy you're standing next to, you get his stuff. That's the way looting should be. That's like so good. So very good. Oh, it's going to be hard to choose. These are some good shoes. Crude bow. During your turn, and they can afford it. These are cheap. Really. These are like your basic stuff. During your turn, add 1 range to one of your ranged attacks. Crude spear. During your turn, one of your single target melee attack abilities may target an enemy 2 hexes away. Oh, that's nice. Give you a little range on your close-up attacks. Huh. During your turn, grant 1 ally within a range of 2 a shield. It says it's a protective scepter, so you must like reach out and put it in front of him. Protect him. During your turn, grant 1 ally. Crude shield. When an enemy would apply a negative condition to you, prevent the condition. And then the Horn of Command. During one of your summon's turns, decide how it performs its abilities. That's kind of cool, too. That should actually be... I wish I could trade and give this to Royce. Or Adrian. Adrian's got his stupid hammer, which he's never used. Not once has he used this hammer. I should just use it. Every time I come to the first battle, just use it. Put the guy... I'm stunning him. I don't care. Let's just make sure I start using that dumb hammer. So those are pretty good. Let's go see what the purchasable items are. See, do I have a workshop? Oh, I do. Okay. Oh no, wait. Can I not buy stuff? Looks like I can only craft stuff. Each of the following is an upgrade that can be built in any order. I can do a boat, a sled, a climbing gear. But how do you craft items? Purchase items. Items cannot be purchased freely until building 37 is built. That's what I thought. So I can't actually purchase anything. I can craft some stuff though. So let's craft some items, man. That's what I say. Adrian has only his yeah, that is too good. And Royce doesn't have a headpiece either. So if I'm doing this right, it looks like it only costs 1 piece of metal to do this. So if I have them both buy a helmet, so boots. Okay, so the restful slippers are nice, but it only happens once. Of course, all these only happen once, I suppose. I mean, only the crude helmet actually works every time. I mean, you get them back. These craftable items are all returnable. Problem is, I'm pretty sure my hammer is a two-handed weapon. So I can never really take another handed item unless I just say leave the hammer behind. Yeah, it's a two-handed item. So So I could just never use it and take some single weapon items. So the helmet is just like good all the time. I should probably build the building where you can buy stuff. During your end of turn, looting. Loot an adjacent hex instead of hex you occupy. Man, that is so good. That'll make looting so much easier. During your attack ability, gain advantage on one attack. That's actually not bad either. But that's a helmet item, so you can't like have both. I really want these ×2 killers for now. I don't know what's next, but for now killing a ×2 is... And it's permanent. It just always does it. That's like so good. These are not permanent. They're all crude. Maybe there's more permanent ones later. But... Your turn, grant one ally within a range of 2. I'm trying to decide... Doesn't have enough summons for me to... Yeah, that's expensive too. I can't use hand items. So basically, if I put this on Adrian, he's always going to have extra health. I like perma items. Items that do a boost right out the gate like that, and they're just always. Now granted it's only +1, but it's a maximum. Increase your maximum hit point value by 1, so you're basically always going to be 1 extra, making him just so much more capable of, you know, taking hits and not have to mess with that stuff as batch. This one actually makes you put a -1 modifier in your deck, but when you use it, it's on the next 2 attacks targeting you. The attacker gains disadvantage. But I could have taken the negative. He actually has a thing on here that says ignore -1 effects on items, and there you go. There's one right there. You know what? I'm gonna craft those 2 for Adrian. And I don't really have... Kind of like the restful slippers for shoes. Maybe I'll just get them both a pair of restful slippers. Now here's the problem. If you craft restful slippers for somebody, you're going to be getting rid of stuff. Eventually you're going to be like, oh, I don't know, you know, do I want to upgrade? And it might be better to have better movement, like the winged shoes or something like that, which I have a feeling will let you avoid crap. So, but I don't know what's in the purchasable items thing. I'm a little concerned about that. I think actually, you know what, I'm not going to do this. If it's the thing is, I can't, it's weird, you have to do these in order. You have to craft items before you buy items, but I can't build items until I craft items. Or I can't buy items till I build the building, and that's last. And that's the end of the outpost phase, so I won't be able to buy stuff in this outpost phase if I wait. So I got to try to build that building as soon as possible. So that's and I'm not even sure if it's available. So it's kind of, they make you do things in order, which is kind of painful, really. I'm going to go ahead and let Royce have this item. I'm going to buy these shoes for him. I don't know when I'm going to have. It's almost like it's worth it to me. It's not that much. Alright, so Banner Spear's got plenty of metal. Does Royce even have? Oh, he does. Okay, he has. And how much does it cost to build 37? Can I build 37? Available buildings. Available buildings. Okay. inactive buildings. Alright, build. To build an unlocked building, the party must pay its build cost, which is shown on the building's low sticker or printed directly on the map board itself, in some cases with resources from the Frosthaven supply. When this cost is paid, cover it with the matching level 1 sticker and insert the matching level 1 card into the building deck in sequential order. The party then gains the prosperity bonus. Ah, you know what? Okay, well, I gotta construct the building, but that's pretty much it. I'm gonna buy these, so I'm gonna take the metal out of Royce and Adrian's supply, and then I am actually gonna go ahead and give. Yeah, I'm gonna do the. I'm gonna go ahead and spend this thing to give Royce these shoes. They're not that expensive. I presume I'll get more, right? Alright, so these are spent. This is Royce's stuff. So Royce is set with his items. Adrian is set with his for now. Could have bought the cloak. How much is the cloak? You know what? Screw it. Oh no, Adrian doesn't actually have this, but he does have enough hide. Dang it, where'd it go? I'm gonna go ahead and buy the cloak for Adrian, just because it's cheap. It's always on. I don't have to mess with anything. I'm buying it. Okay. Adrian has some items to work with now. He's got a helmet, so that'll come in handy. Yeah, no kidding. That's about right. But no, actually, I think what it is when you came into Frosthaven, the Algox destroyed a bunch of buildings. So really what it is I think we're building those buildings back up. Or in some cases, the ones that are unavailable are actually, you know, those are, you have to get the people back and whatever it takes to get those buildings made available again. That's what I think. Because I think some of them just got whacked. So, like, hopefully I could build a building that is on the map. Let's see here. Some of them show on here what you know, if they exist. So you have like a logging camp. Obviously, that's something that I can build because it's on the map. We got the workshop. We got the barracks. Yeah. Got the alchemist, hunting lodge, craftsman, wall, mining camp. Oh, maybe you're right, because yeah, there must be something that lets you put those on. Maybe you can't buy stuff for a while. Huh. Because the default locations aren't there. So it must come later, because craftsman is the only way you can get stuff right now. Interesting. So you may very well be right. There's probably some other nonsense about getting somebody to buy stuff. But see, there's a whole bunch of packs here of unavailable buildings, and then there's what they call inactive buildings or active buildings, and a list of inactive buildings. I thought, let's see, mining, hunting, logging, craftsman. I can upgrade the craftsman, alchemist, barracks. Yeah, so I can't buy. So if I want, basically all I'm going to be able to do this round is upgrade, guys. I won't be able to build anything. but I did craft a little bit. So that'll be my next step, craftsman. I have to actually call it though, because I gotta go eat dinner, which is getting late, and sit down and spend some time with my wife before she goes to bed. So I got most of the outpost phase complete. So that's pretty good. All I got to do is upgrade some buildings. Let's see if I can do that. I should have the stuff to do that. I can spend. Do I have to spend my prosperity? No, I think you just have to have prosperity of that level to upgrade. And all of these require one prosperity to upgrade them. And so I can upgrade all of them now. This one doesn't require anything. I guess barracks. How do you upgrade the barracks? I think they just get. Yeah, I don't know how the barracks upgrade, but these ones all have upgrade costs. Well, the workshop, you can build them. Each of the following is an upgrade that can be built in any order. So I can buy the boat, the sled, the climbing gear. Climbing gear might be stuff you can buy. It's probably stuff you purchase. It's a different kind of workshop. I don't know what I'd do with a boat or a sled, but maybe a sled will help me move better. Huh, I don't know. I'd imagine there are different kinds of shops. And then you have the alchemist, which is I'll buy some potions if I can. And then craftsman. And the craftsman, maybe I'll upgrade the craftsman. I don't know. Hopefully I can do something. That's what I'll be doing later. Okay, that's it. Outpost phase mostly complete. I just got to craft some buildings. Maybe I'll do that before my next scenario. I'm hoping to do a scenario this weekend. We'll see. I got to get a little bit of painting in because that's my rule. Get some painting in before I do a scenario. Just a little bit. So this is Adrian currently, not done obviously, and Royce, who's also in progress. Now I've got to start doing some work on the Algox dancer because she's now been made available. So probably put a little paint. My goal is just a little bit of paint on all these characters, even if it's just a base coat, primer, just something. Even if I only paint their horns or some weird thing. So let's slowly progress because I've got a lot of other figures I got to paint too. So for D&D and other things. So a lot of that stuff. So today's Tuesday. Wednesday is when I might try to do some painting. Thursday is when I do D&D. We got D&D this Thursday. Hey, and leave some comments. If you like these kind of things, follow me, please. I appreciate it if you do. Leave comments. Also, if you're interested in seeing the D&D campaign, we do Thursday nights. I'm the DM, and then my friends and family are going to be the characters. If you want to see that, I can start streaming it again. But the thing is, it's one of those things where we don't interact a ton. I try to look at the chat, reply when I can, but it's not constant because, we're focused on the game. But I set up cameras so you can see the map. You can see the mini sitting on the map. It's not 3D map, but it's a digital map. So you see the map really good, but you may maybe not see the figures as well because they're sitting on a TV. I set up a TV with the map on it. And then everybody sits around the table and we play accordingly. But like I said, if that's something that interests you, please leave comments, let me know. And I will try to get it stream it again. So I haven't streamed in a few weeks. It just seemed like the interest wasn't there. Just Thursday nights, if people want to watch D&D, they go watch Critical Role because that's when they play their thing on Thursday nights. So I feel like, there's probably not a lot of people looking for low-grade D&D campaigns on Thursday night. Anyway, you have a good one. Thanks for stopping by, Ivan. Thanks for stopping by, Nindroid as well. And until next time, take it easy.